Welcome back to Poorly Educated Today in the News, the only show where we look at the world, say nope, and then keep looking anyway, because apparently doom scrolling is cardio now. Today's date is December 11th, 2025, and boy howdy, the world done decided to hold a multi-pack sampler of disasters. It's like somebody shook the cosmic grab bag and said, "How about all of them?" And we, being America, said, "Well, all right, but throw in a coupon." We've got tankers being tackled by helicopters, rivers exploding out of their emotional support banks, Congress arguing about who gets to ruin healthcare fancier, the stock market doing that thing your cousin's four-wheeler does when it hits a stump, Homeland Security collecting social media usernames like Pokemon cards, NASA losing a whole spacecraft behind Mars, and, of course, sports drama, culture clashes, and a lady giving birth in a car without a driver. So let's strap in, sit back, and pretend we know what's going on. It's the poorly educated way. Segment 1. Seizing the Skipper. America says finders keepers. So first up, America woke up today, cracked its knuckles, and said, "What if we just took a giant oil tanker?" And apparently nobody said no because U.S. forces rolled up on a Venezuelan-bound tanker called the Skipper, repelled from helicopters, and just took it. Like a redneck cousin borrowing a lawnmower forever. This tanker was part of the Shadow Fleet, which sounds like a pirate ride at Disney World, but is actually just old rusty boats pretending to be from countries they're not. This one pretended to be from Guyana until Guyana said, "Nope, never heard of her." And President Trump announced, in the most yard sale American way possible, "We keep it, I guess." Buddy, that's not foreign policy. That's something you say when you find a toolbox in the bed of a truck you just bought off Facebook Marketplace. Venezuela's mad, Cuba's mad, Iran's mad, Congress is confused, and half of Twitter thinks we just started a war over coupons. The whole thing feels like someone hit the random crisis button on a government video game. Segment 2. Venezuela escalation. The congressional "wait, did we just?" moment. Now here's where it gets spicy. Like gas station jalapeno rollers. Congress discovered the tanker seizure and reacted like someone had unplugged the TV during the big game. Rand Paul said the move sounds a lot like the beginning of a war, which is funny because when Rand Paul says that, you know we already halfway down the on-ramp. Democrats said we're sleepwalking toward war, which, to be honest, is very on-brand for Congress. They sleepwalk toward everything. Budgets, hearings, subpoenas, lunch. Meanwhile, the administration claims it's all part of a counter-drug mission, which is like telling your spouse you bought a boat to fight inflation. The vibes ain't matching the math. Now we got an aircraft carrier group chilling in the Caribbean like it's on an extended cruise package, and Venezuela yelling piracy like we're all in a discount Pirates of the Caribbean reboot. The entire hemisphere feels one broken coffee pot away from exploding. Segment 3. Pacific Northwest flooding. Washington State becomes Washington Lake. Now let's talk about Washington State, because it's gone. It has officially become the world's largest accidental water park. An atmospheric river, also known as a Pineapple Express, though sadly not the fun one, dumped so much rain that the GPS told the water to arrive at your destination. The rivers are higher than rent. Towns are evacuating. The National Guard rolled out with boats, trucks, and probably a few airboats they borrowed from Florida. Up to 100,000 people might have to evacuate, which is like if the entire cast of Seattle decided to form a conga line to higher ground. Rain on snow turned the Cascades into a slushy machine gone rabid. I-90 is closed due to mudslides. Amtrak went, nope, and shut down. Cedro Woolley told everyone in the floodplain to leave immediately, which is the small-town version of being screamed at by a smoke detector. It's a mess. It's historic. It's biblical. If 2 of every animal start lining up, someone better call FEMA and Base Pro Shops. Segment 4. The Oracle Shock. When the stock market does the hokey-pokey. Ladies and gentlemen, the stock market has entered its divorced dad buying a motorcycle phase. The Dow shot up over 500 points after the Fed cut interest rates again. Old-school companies are celebrating like they just found $20 in last year's hunting jacket. Home Depot's dancing. Industrials are excited. Banks are like, sure, why not? But then Oracle, a tech giant, walked in, tripped over a Roomba, knocked over a server rack, and lost $105 billion in a single day. Their stock dropped 14% because they told investors, hey y'all, turns out AI costs a ton of money and we don't have enough buildings or electricity on Earth to do what we promised. Investors responded the way raccoons respond to firecrackers. Other tech stocks fell too. NVIDIA, Broadcom, Micron, they all did the synchronized swimming routine called oh no. Meanwhile, Bitcoin dropped like someone unplugged the arcade machine. But Disney went, we bought part of OpenAI, which feels like watching someone adopt a pet dragon while everyone else is holding fire extinguishers. Segment 5. Healthcare Cliff. Congress plays Who Wants to Ruin America. Next up, the Affordable Care Act subsidies expire in 3 weeks, meaning Americans will face premiums so high they'll consider switching to medieval medicine. The healthcare cliff is coming, and Congress is trying to decide which flavor of chaos pairs best with it. Democrats want to extend subsidies so people don't get hit with premiums that feel like car payments. Republicans say the system is full of fraud because of that one GAO test where fake people got approved. That's like saying the whole DMV is broken because your cousin JD once renewed his license with a picture of Dale Earnhardt taped to the form. House centrists are trying to force a vote with a discharge petition, which sounds like a thing you need penicillin for, but apparently it's a fancy congressional trick to say, hey, what if we actually did our jobs? Meanwhile, attack ads are already airing. Nothing motivates Congress like the threat of losing their seats. Except, well, nothing else. That's the whole list. Segment 6. Homeland Security, Crime, and We Lost a Planet? DHS rolled out a new plan requiring tourists to hand over all their social media handles, phone numbers, and their mom's maiden name. Basically, before you can go to Disney World now, DHS wants to know if you ever liked a suspicious meme in 2019. Secretary Kristi Noem went to Congress to defend it and immediately got yelled at like a dog that chewed the couch. Democrats said she should resign. Republicans said everything was normal. And the rest of us said, I'm sorry. Why does TSA need my TikTok? Education Secretary Linda McMahon bragged about catching $1 billion in fraudulent student aid after discovering AI-generated fake identities. Buddy, if fake students are outsmarting the government, maybe we need to raise the federal GPA. Meanwhile, crime. Police say bullets found in Luigi Mangione's bag match the ones used to kill the United Healthcare CEO. That case is messier than a possum in a corn silo. A shooting at Kentucky State University involved a student's father, which is, man, that is heavy. No jokes there, just sadness. And over in Massachusetts, the Brian Walshy murder trial continues, proving that true crime is America's second biggest sport after football and yelling. Segment 7. NASA loses Maven, Seattle's World Cup drama, and a baby born in a robot taxi. Finally, science, culture, sports, and a dash of, hold on, what now? NASA lost contact with the Maven spacecraft after it went behind Mars and didn't come back out saying, "Here I am." NASA is scrambling to reconnect, like when your grandpa forgets the Wi-Fi password but on a multi-billion-dollar scale. Maven is the thing that relays messages from the Mars rovers. So now the rovers are basically standing there going, "Hello!" Meanwhile, Seattle told Iran and Egypt that Pride events outside the World Cup stadium will continue as planned. Iran and Egypt protested. Seattle, being Seattle, said, "We hear you, but also no." Sports news. Michigan fired its football coach in the most dramatic plot twist since every Michigan fan's blood pressure reading. Aja Wilson won AP Female Athlete of the Year because she is simply unstoppable. Inter Miami won the MLS Cup, which is going to make Messi even more smug at Whole Foods. And oh yeah, a woman gave birth inside a Waymo self-driving car. That's right. America now has autonomous labor and delivery. Somewhere out there, a newborn baby's first memory is a robot voice saying, "Recalculating." In conclusion, this has been one of those days where America feels like it's juggling chainsaws while riding a unicycle on a greased-up trampoline. We're seizing tankers, flooding states, panicking stock markets, arguing about healthcare, interrogating tourists, losing spacecraft, and having babies in robot cars. It's chaos, it's ridiculous, and it's honestly kinda beautiful, like a truck full of fireworks tipping over in slow motion. So remember, stay informed, stay poorly educated, and stay hydrated, because apparently every river in Washington state is currently trying to enter your home uninvited. Y'all take care now.